So the first one is a question about stamp duty. So upon someone's passing, is stamp duty applicable? Like, how does it work on Singapore situs real estate?
For real property, immovable property, particularly residential property, transfer of this property on death is no estate duty, is free.
Right.
Okay. Not even stamp duty.
Not even stamp duty. Okay, that's great. And it's regardless of who the recipient is, whether it's a child or a friend or a spouse, doesn't matter.
Any person. If you have, you can transfer to me. I will be happy to receive.
Okay. All right. That's great news for the person that's asking about that. Oh, that's a bit morbid. So,
but only transfer one time. Transfer one time. I have some clients, they set up a trust, but we have to advise them, of course. You can transfer on death, on death, I transfer this to the trust and then hold on trust for benefit of so and so, so and so, so and so. And then after 20 years, then you transfer to from the trust to a person. That is not free. That is not free. It's only on testamentary trust. You stated in your will that this will be how. And that's only in will. Then there's free for your testamentary beneficiaries. Let's say my child is 18 years old, so he's not qualified, legally not allowed to own. Then I said, that if I die, if my child is below 21, then this is property to be held on trust by my executor trustee until he's 21, then the transfer to him. So this is different from the set of a specific property trust or different trust that transfer on title. And so there's a slightly different testamentary trust, hold on trust, or the beneficiary that is allowed, and there's no additional no fee until your child receives the title.
Okay, understood. But otherwise, it's just one time only, one transfer.
Yes,
only.
Basically one time free transfer.
Okay, fantastic. That's good news. Thank you. I know my understanding, of course, and you confirmed that there's no inheritance tax in Singapore at this point in time. It was
not yet.
Well, that was a question actually. So you foresaw the question. So I guess the person is asking you, what is your sense? Do you think that it will return? No one's going to hold you to it. We just get in your perspective.
Okay, caveat. I can only say my personal opinion. Yeah, my view is, I think in 2008, Singapore government abolished this inheritance tax or estate duty in Singapore. The primary reason, I think, number one is the inheritance tax is in the total tax revenue of the Singapore is very small portion. And Singapore government look at Malaysia, look at Hong Kong, and many other jurisdictions that don't have estate duty. And Singapore want to be the financial center in Asia here. So really, we want people, I don't want to quote names, there were quite a few Americans, very wealthy people, they give up their citizenship, come to Singapore. So, they don't have to pay 40% tax, right?
Right, okay.
So, yes, and I think that's why in the last month, the parliamentary debate on so-called the wealth tax, government is very concerned, very careful. There are certain things we need to look at how to balance the tax. But I think as far as estate duty is concerned, the answer is quite clear. It's going to be counterproductive. So I think the government will receive that.
Okay, that's great. And as you mentioned, wealth tax as well. So similarly with the wealth tax, it's unlikely. Is that correct?
No, the wealth tax, in Singapore, there are a few things. Okay, I think a bungalow is, they're going to impose more property tax.
Right.
Double, and depend on the value of the property. Car tax, for example, you have a luxury car. Since you can afford the luxury car, I'm going to tax you more. And then very clear, So, something that is very straightforward, and then they make it this one. Yeah. So these are two of the few things that this sort of wealth tax differentiate. If you can afford, you pay.
Okay, understood. Thanks for clarifying that.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at HTJ.tax and live that international life.